you're out, August 4th. Summer is almost half over, and this COVID thing is really throwing a monkey wrench into everything. Missed my turkey hunt. We've been up fishing a little bit, got the cabin open, and that's what I'm doing today. I'm heading up to the cabin, got to get the grass cut. I haven't been up for a couple of weeks. But on our agenda coming up, I plan on heading over by my brother-in-law's place in central Wisconsin and work on the food plot a little bit. And then I think we're going to be up north for about 2 weeks to do some late summer fishing. So we're kind of booking up here at the end of the summer. Anyways, on our way up, we'll see you up there. The lawnmower's silent now. I can enjoy the lake. It's 6:45. We got up here around 3:30, 4 o'clock. I got the yard work done, got all the trimming and everything else done, so now it's time to relax. When you're done with work, nothing goes better than an ice cold beer and some honey roasted peanuts. Well, you can't come up north at a lake cabin without wetting a line. Came up here to do some yard work, just an overnight trip. I got all the trimming and the grass cutting done. All I got to do is sweep down the house, get rid of some cobwebs and that on the outside, and I'm done. And like I said, you can't come up here and not wet a line. So it's 7:15. We're going to give this anywhere from 15 minutes to a half hour. And we're going to throw top water my whopper plopper frog. I don't know if you can see this. There, we're going to throw the whopper plopper frog. So let's see what happens. We got a cold front that moved in. I don't know how long it's been cold, but usually the fishing slows down with a cold front for a couple of days. Got him! Ho, 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 ho. I dead sticked him. I think I still got him. Oh, I lost him! I pitched it out there, gave it a rip right by the pads, and then just let it sit. And the minute I just tapped it, it just hit it. Damn! What are the odds that he hits it again? Oh crap. I pitched it right in the pads. There we go. I wanted to drop it right alongside of it again, and I pitched it right in it. That was an awesome topwater hit. That's better. Yeah, try the same tactic out there. Nope. You know what? We had one hit before on the surface, right in here. When I was coming out. Let's just see if something's home over here. Try one more cast over here. Perfect. Oh, I missed him. I just let it sit there and he sucked it under and I missed the hook set. Damn. I remembered that fish. I came out here to start the work and I go, plosh. Damn. Damn. Alright, we worked this area pretty good. Let's throw a couple of casts into the bay. We've got some lily pads out here I want to work. Throw a couple casts and then we'll call it. So we're going to pitch to the left side and the right side of the lily pads and work this top water pass, see what happens. We've had 2 strikes and I missed them both. I think I'm in the pads. Yep. I guess that's getting pretty close, ain't it? I don't want to be quite that close. Ooh, ooh. I had something come up at it. I saw it splash behind it. We may throw one more cast. Something came up at it and missed it, splashed behind it. Come on, hit it. This is the last cast. Last cast for sure. All right, so the Whopper Plopper had activity from 3 fish. We had 1 short strike where it splashed behind it, coming up it missed it. And twice the fish actually grabbed it, but I was a little too quick on my hook set and probably pulled it out of the fish's mouth. So that's on me. So I think that's going to be it for tonight. We at least got a line wet and we had some action. And I got the grass cut and I got the trimming done. So I'm happy. It's about 7:45 and I'm starving. So I'm going in and I'll make myself some chicken and we're going to eat some supper. We'll catch you next time, either in the woods or on the water, but we'll see you next time. Hi, it's Tuesday, August 18th, first day of a 2-week vacation up here in the Northwoods of Wisconsin. Kind of a fishing trip for me, anniversary week for the wife and myself, so kind of combined it. We got 2 glorious weeks up here in the Northwoods. So I just got done resetting up some slip bobbers. We got 3 walleye rods rigged, and I re-spooled 2 bass rods with some fresh 10-pound tests. So we're going to give it a little bit of a try here before lunch. Just a couple of casts, make sure everything's working. Sandy's in the house getting lunch ready, and just want to make sure the rods are ready to go. Then next going to be launching the bass boat, getting that in the water, and fishing vacation. Here I come. Well, well, bass rods worked out good. I know the slip bobbers will work, so. But these were newer reels. I bought some quantum spinning reels, and we re-spooled them with some nice fresh 10-pound test on the bass rods. I wanted to try those, make sure everything was working good, no line twist, and that we got them spooled correctly, and everything looks good. We're ready for fishing this week. As you can see from the empty trailer parked at the boat landing, the tracker boat was launched and tied up dockside back at the cabin. So all that was left was the 45-minute walk back to the launch on the north side of the lake, and then the drive back to the cabin. So come on along on the walk back and experience the sights of late summer as the colors start to blossom with fall right around the corner. And you never know just what kind of wildlife you may encounter on your walk. All right, heading out Wednesday evening. We got a front coming in, little light drizzle. We're hoping that changes our luck here for Musky in 2020. I've yet to boat one or even get a follow. It's the end of August. This COVID has really put me behind the 8 ball. I think this is only the second or third time I've been out musky fishing. But I got my nephew Steven with me, and we're gonna see if we can't put one in the boat tonight. So heading up, we're gonna do our milk run on our favorite lake here. So no chest cams, no nothing. We're just running out here. I got the handheld cameras and that's it. So let's see what happens. Hopefully you'll see more of us. All right, almost 7:45. We're on the milk run. Optimum spots, wind blowing up on the north side of the lake. We're marking fish. We just, no contact, no follows, nothing, big zero. We're hitting the last spot on our milk run, and it'll take us about an hour to cover that territory. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe, just maybe, we can come on with a fish. I don't even care if it's a bass at this point. I just want to show you guys a fish. And like I said many times, when you musky fish, you know, just being out here, look at that sunset.
Yeah.
How can that be a bad time?
Yeah. It's also it's not a bad time at all. But when the fish aren't biting, it's always a joke. It looks like we're taking sunset pics tonight.
Yeah, it could be.
So that's the famous quote.
Yeah. All right, and I ain't gonna catch any by doing this. Time to get bait in the water again. Well, little did I know how true my wish was gonna be for showing you all the fish. I could have said, yep, I'm going to show you a muskie tonight yet, stick with us. But no, I didn't say that. I said, you know what? I'd be happy right now to even show you a bass. Well, guess what? Check this out. As I catch a nice largemouth bass on a topwater muskie lure while muskie hunting.
All right, here we are.
Finally, what we had, 3 hours of fishing for muskie? And I said, I'll take anything. I'll take it. Looks like about a 16.
Yeah.
Let's measure it, see what we got. Let's see what we got. Okay. There's one. Should get that. We're in here at, what is that? 16, right on the button. I couldn't read it.
There you go.
So, cool. There we are. We finally put a fish in the boat. 16 inches going back. Nice largie. And he gave me a little splash. Well, at least we put a fish in the boat.
Yeah.
Well, it's about 20 to 9 and we're calling it. Believe it or not, with all the wind, we got a little bit of mosquito action. Steven says they must have had a pep talk in the locker room to be fighting this wind to get out here. But no musky follows or hits that we knew of. Well, definitely no musky hits, but didn't see any follows. Just the one 16-inch bass on the top water, and that was it. And beautiful sunset. So heading back and grab a bite to eat. We're gonna have a campfire tonight, so catch you guys later. All right, it's Thursday evening. Second time out with my nephew Steven. He's back there someplace. There he is. And yeah, we came up to the north end of the lake. We got a wind blowing up here again like yesterday. Not as heavy of a wind, but still, if there's bait fish or anything moving, it's going to be on this side of the lake. And you know what follows the bait fish and everything else is going to be predators. So we've been marking balls of bait fish here, marking bigger fish down. Roughly halfway down in the water column. If we're in 30, we're seeing them at 15. If we're in 20, they're at 10 to 12. So right now, Steven put a fuzzy does it on, and I'm going to look, see what I got in my tackle box. We've been working slightly above that, thinking they might kick a tail and come up to feed, but we're going to go down and greet them on their turf. Let's see what happens. Musky hunting. Now, why do we call it musky hunting and not musky fishing? Well, the musky is the most elusive North American predator fish. We do truly hunt for muskies. And even when you find them, they don't always cooperate. They may follow your bait for a long way right to the boat, and then at the last minute, almost jokingly look up at you and say, bye, and swim away. No longer interested in that bait that they followed all the way to your boat. Now, if you hunt deer or turkey in the woods and you sit waiting for that deer to walk by, or you're in your ground blind trying to hunt for a turkey and you're waiting and calling and waiting for that bird to come in, you know how frustrating it can be. Well, musky hunting is virtually the same thing. You're out on the water, you're truly hunting those fish, looking for them. They don't call them the fish of 10,000 casts for nothing. You truly hunt muskies. So that's why calling it musky hunting is very appropriate when you're chasing the beast of the fresh water, the mighty muskie. All right, we've been working a drop off here on the north end of the lake, and we are graphing. I'm going to show you in a little while. I sat down here to videotape this. It's crazy the amount of bait fish and predator fish that are in there. And like I talked before, we drop down to the bottom and halfway in the water column and working that with a fuzzy does it. And I've got a weighted bucktail with a big egg sinker on, dropping that to the bottom and just working that kind of like a jig. And it's real frustrating because we know we're in there. We figure we were touching the bait, possibly. We could feel the rod bounce. We didn't snag any though. But as we're drifting here and they come up, I'm gonna show you this graph. You see how frustrating it is for us. This is our third pass or fourth?
Third or fourth.
Third or fourth pass trying this jigging method, and we're just frustrated as heck. So here, take a look at the graph. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, coming up on the right side of the screen here, look at this ball of bait fish and fish in there. That is not the thermocline, guys. Look at the fish in there. 22 feet in 43 feet of water. This is what's frustrating. We know we're jigging in here, and we know we're presenting the baits to the point where, you know, in the strike zone of the fish, but
there's also fish jumping everywhere.
Yeah. We're, of course, they're eating live bait. and we're presenting artificials, so that could have something to do with it. But anyways, this is what's driving us crazy right here, and not being able to do anything about it. So we're going to keep trying for a while. I'm going to try throwing off this side yet, though. Well, after an hour of drift line passes along the brake line flat, we're still riding the struggle bus. We're graphing fish, we're seeing predator fish down there, but we can't get them to go. We're so frustrated, we're just about to leave. I just sat down, Steven says, look, there's more. They're right here. There's a brake line to my left. If you can see my thumb, I'm going to show you. There's a brake line going this direction, coming down, and this is a flat right at that brake. On the bottom in, what do we got, 35 feet of water. Look at them fish. And whatever's down there. But we fished it, and you know what? We're both frustrated enough to move.
5 passes is enough.
Yeah, so
not gonna go.
Hopefully yet we'll show you a fish on camera, but you can see what we're dealing with. You can see why we're so frustrated. So anyways, heading down, we're going to catch some shadows here on the west side of the lake as the sun sets, and then we'll move to the east side of the lake once it goes down, and hopefully we got some predator fish coming up in the shallows to feed. So
yep.
Catch you later. Alright, 8 o'clock on the water. The sun is down off the trees, and we're out. We have a rock bar here that extends out into the lake with a steep drop down into 30 feet of water on this side. So Steven's going to start out with a bucktail. I'm going to throw a top water up on top of the rocks. We're going to work this for probably a half hour or so, and then our last spot, which will take us about an hour to cover. So we should be out here till like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So, but nice sunset again. All right, this would be advantageous because I'm taping to put one on now.
Yeah, that'd be nice, right?
Yeah. All right, if I want to get a follow or catch one, I got to put bait in the water. So, catch you guys later. So, unfortunately, we have nothing to show you for our efforts tonight. Now, Steven did get a topwater strike from a muskie on a walk the dog style bait, but missed the hookup. He also had some action from some bass. Again, blow-ups and missing the bait. So even the bass weren't cooperating tonight. So to satisfy your muskie urge, because you've been watching us for a while, here's a flashback to a previous summer muskie catch. Back off that drag a little. Going under the boat. Now this older video footage is not done with a digital camera. It's the old videotape cassette technology. So the picture clarity is not as crisp as the digital video you're used to seeing. And we also have the black bars on the side of the screen. We got a muskie. Whew, she's staying down. I think we got a decent fish here. I don't know what I'm into yet, but she hit and went down right away. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think we got a decent fish. Now this was one of the hardest fighting muskies that I ever tangled with. Only my Canadian 52-inch by 32-pound muskie could compare to this muskie's fighting ability and survival IQ. Backing off the drag a little. We got a good fish on it. Haven't even seen it yet. Guess what? White and blue bucktail. So I don't lose her. I don't know how good she's. Ooh, just saw a flash. And we got a muskie. Ooh, this one's fighting nice. Ooh, 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 ooh.
did this one fight? Nice girth on her. Down she goes. Whoa! Powerful fish. She ain't ready to come up. Oh, there she is, might have opened. This is a smart one. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. She's got it wrapped around the gill plate. Not good. There we go. Man. She's got a lot of fight left in her.
As always, when solo muskie hunting, managing the rod with the muskie hooked on and trying to work the net is a difficult undertaking to attempt, and this time was no different.
Under the boat. Got it. Oh, and she's off. She came off just as I netted her. Look at this. Just as I put her in the net, she shook off. Whew. Ah, we got one. She is lively though. It's pretty green yet. Yeah, let's handle her on the other side of the boat. Nice heavy fish. Here we go. Looks pretty neat. Look at that baby. She's heavy. There we go. There we go. We put one in the boat this year. I was worried, but we did it. £20. That's a fat fish. £20, 39 inches. You're coming out. I can flip you over one more time. Nice picture. 39 inches, 20 pounds. There she goes. Whew. I'm excited. She's still on top, but she's swimming away. fish, you know, at first I didn't think I had a big fish. And then the thing, I felt that head shake and it just stayed down, stayed down, stayed down. And I thought I had a bigger fish than what I did. But the surprising thing was 39 inches, 20 pounds. That 48 incher I had was only 9 pounds heavier. It was 29 pounds. Fish in the boat.
All right, not the best camera angle. Sun's at my back. It's Friday morning. We just got done fishing the spot we raised the muskie on yesterday. Steven raised one, had a hit on a surface bait. And we went through there, played the shade card, and nothing. No follows, no hits. We've got, as you can see, nice bright blue skies, very little clouds. We got a front moving in late tonight. It's supposed to be about midnight, 1 o'clock through 5 in the morning. So we'll see what happens, but right now we're trolling. Well, we were trolling the lake coming out of our second spot, and we happened to come by a fish float, and it just caught out of the corner of my eye, just zoomed by, and I thought, boy, what was that floating on the top? It was kind of silvery and long. And I haven't seen a Cisco in this lake for probably 15 years or more. I remember the neighbor catching a huge one, about 20 inches, putting it in a bucket and coming over and showing me that there are Cisco. But we see these clouds of bait fish, and we were questioning them yesterday. You saw the videos from yesterday. Well, they are Cisco, because floating in the water here is a Cisco. Check it out. Now, he's a little stiff, but he just died. But, you know, I looked him over for marks, any tooth marks. Who knows why he expired? We don't know. But he's not built up with slime. He's kind of fresh. My guess is that 50-inch muskie scared him to death. Huh? I think that's it. That's it. So we're going to throw him in the live well, and I'll get one of my big musky jigs. We'll put him in there, and we'll put him out and see what happens later. But there are Cisco in the lake, and I believe the bait fish balls that we're seeing are Cisco. And there he is. Cool. All right, get him in the live well and back to trolling. All right, Friday morning we're done. We've been out 4 hours, and we come up empty. The only thing we ran across was we did confirm Cisco are still alive and well in this lake. We did able to pull that one in and examine it. That was the highlight of the morning. I think that's going to be it for today, because check the skies. We do not have optimal conditions. Percentages aren't in our favor. Not to say you can't catch one, but we've been out about 10 hours, and Steven had a hit last night in open water. What were you pitching?
Salmo Mass Marauder.
Okay.
Dog walk the dog.
10 hours of fishing, one muskie strike, one 16-inch bass, and he had a couple bass hit last night also. That's been about it. It's been a tough couple of days. Hopefully it gets better. Anyways, 11:30, heading in, bite to eat, something cold to drink. It's warm out here. See you later. Well, I spent the rest of the day on R&R. An afternoon on the pontoon with my wife Sandy, my niece Rachel, and my sister-in-law Kathy. Late afternoon, early evening brought the chance of a thunderstorm from a fast-moving front that was approaching. So we made sure we got the boats battened down, tied up to the dock, got the bass boat covered up, and the console on the pontoon covered as we awaited the approaching storm. The front did pass by. However, the south end of the lake where we were stayed dry, but the north side of the lake was on the edge of the rain squall. We even got a weak rainbow forming that you can barely see in the center of this picture. As the gray clouds dissipated, we were treated to a bright sunny eastern shoreline as the sun was starting to drop in the western sky. On tap for supper was grilled Johnsonville brats with potato and onion pat. Heck, even the geese knew I was cooking Johnsonville brats. Oh boy. And the evening finished with the crew gathered around a colorful, crackling campfire. All right, Saturday morning. I think it's still morning. It's late morning. We had thunderstorms, lightning overnight last night. But the muskies don't read the books, so can't catch them if we're sitting in the cabin. But a late morning start. We're going to give it a couple hours. We got a light drizzle going. Maybe that's the change we need. We find that one muskie that hasn't read the book, eh? Yep. So
we'll see.
All right, let's get at it and see what happens. Hopefully we'll show you a fish shortly. Well, after struggling in the rain, pitching baits in a couple of milk run spots, I decided to change tactics. I switched to the area of some sunken cribs that had produced fish earlier in the summer for Wes and me while we were trolling. While I was throwing a willow leaf bladed bucktail, hoping to get down a little deeper, the idea was that maybe there were some muskies now hanging around the cribs looking to feed. Well, much to my surprise, well, let's just say, check this out as I boat a personal best fish. Look at this fish, my biggest smallmouth ever. We thought for sure we had a muskie on. What a tank.
Yeah, that's probably 19, 20.
You know what? I think I'm going to use the
Hookouts. Let's get him some air.
Yeah.
How big?
I got it.
How big you gonna guess?
Let me see. I'm kind of excited yet.
Yeah, I want to say 19.
Get a little better look at him.
Yeah, I can't see the end of him.
He's fat though. Look at that. That's got to be 20.
It looks, it's like it's pushing it if it's not there already.
That's got to be a 20. Ooh. Get out on me, huh?
There he goes.
Alright, here safely in the net. Get this hook out of here. Get that out of the way.
It gave me a heart attack. It's the way it stayed down and the way it fought. It was very musky-esque.
Yes, I thought, and it looked.
That first head.
It looked long and narrow to me.
Just the shape of him looked like the head of a muskie when it came up.
Look at this monster.
Yep, that's a giant.
Let's see. She feels like 4 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, we're right there. Oh, not quite. Not quite. 19 and a half. 19 and a half, but look at the girth on that baby.
Yep.
Oh, nice. I don't care how well prepared you might be, you still get excited when you get a big fish, any kind of big fish. Alright, let's see what we got for a weight. Wow!
Let's get him back.
Yeah, unreal. Alright, I get him released. And just to make sure, is it saying record up in the top and the middle? Yep. Okay.
I was
Before
making sure.
I release him, I want to make sure we got it.
Yeah, we got it.
Come on, buddy. One last look at her. What a monster. What a monster. 20-some feet of water off of a crib, and I could have swore I had a muskie on. Going back. Beautiful fish, beautiful fish. Thank you very much, Miss Smallmouth. Oh, well, the trip is semi-successful. Muskie next. Although the rest of the day passed by on the water with no muskie action. But even later, when the weather cleared, I had muskies on my mind just looking at the clouds. How many of you can see the side of a barred muskie here? I sure did. Our company, my sister-in-law Kathy, niece Rachel, and my muskie hunting partner, my nephew Stephen, had to head back home after sharing time with us in the Wisconsin Northwoods at the lake cabin. So after they left, Sandy and I spent some of the morning having our coffee by the fire pit, listening to the chimes and enjoying the lake view. While enjoying our wedding anniversary, Sandy and I took a few days to kick back, relax, and take in the sights and sounds of the Northwoods of Wisconsin. All right, it's Friday afternoon, and I'm going to do a little solo muskie fishing here. You can see we've got kind of a bluebird day, so I'm going to troll a little bit till the shadows start hitting a little later, maybe 4 o'clock, and then we'll go pitch some baits around 4. But we're going to motor troll, so we're going to get set up for that now. So the rig we're throwing here is a hard plastic nose with a rubber tail here. Big lip, deep diving crankbait, and let's see what we can do with this. The bait idea here was to try to mimic the Cisco forage available in the lake. Well, we've been at it for about an hour, motor trolling. We've been up to the north end, down on the north, what would it be, the northwest end. We're down now on the southeast end. We are marking fish on the graph, bait fish and fish, but so far no strikes. I'm in 34 feet of water right now. Our lure is going down about 18 to 20 feet. It's feeling like I got a fish on. Yep. Not quite sure what's going on here. Boy, it felt like a fish there for a second. I think we're snagged. There it comes. We're off. As much as it was acting like a fish, we were coming across this rocky point. It bounced a little bit, and I thought for sure I had a fish on. The rod was moving funny, and I felt weight like the head of a fish. But it turned out to be a snag. Go figure. We spent the early afternoon motor trolling the lake. We graphed bait fish, predator fish, but we came up empty, nothing doing. So we got about an hour, 15 minutes before supper. So we're gonna pitch some bucktails and see if we can find some active muskies on the break line in 15 to 20 feet of water. I'll see what happens. Gonna be pitching a, I don't know if you can see that, perch style bucktail with a silver willow leaf blade. Throw off some flash. Come on, muskie. We're fishing the bay where Steven had that hit on a topwater maybe about a week ago. Come on, muskie. Show yourself. Show your ugly E13 puss. We are going to switch to a topwater just for the heck of it. I want to throw my homemade jitter tail that I made. So let's see what happens. We're going to throw the jitter tail. Let me get out of here. I've asked for 5. Nope. 5:15. Time to pack it in for muskie hunting. My 5th time out muskie hunting during this time frame here in late August. And the muskies pitched us a shutout. Almost a no-hitter. But my nephew Steven was able to get a hit on a topwater walk the dog style bait, although it was a short strike and we didn't get a hookup. So, you know, I'm thinking maybe the Major League pitching scouting staffs should send scouts up here to northern Wisconsin. You know, if they scout out this area hard enough, they just may find themselves a gem for their pitching staff. Anyways, I'm about to switch gear tonight. Sandy and I are going out on the pontoon looking for a walleye bite on our last fishing outing of this glorious 2-week stay in the Wisconsin Northwoods. So check out our attempt at some walleye fishing. There we go. All right, it's about 10 after 7. We're heading out on the pontoon for a little walleye fishing, hopefully. Actually, we'll take whatever bites, but we're out here to keep walleyes if we can. So, see what happens tonight. I don't have a full battery. I got from half to 3/4, so I'm not going to leave this thing run. If we catch fish, we'll turn it on. So, hopefully, we'll be putting it on and you'll be seeing some fish tonight. Well, we've been out about a half an hour, and it is a gorgeous sunset, but that's it for now. We're fishing this point, and when I was motor trolling, there were tons of fish I was marking out here this afternoon. And we've got a couple of slip bobbers with live bait, night crawlers to boot. And in a half hour we haven't got, I guess I did get bit once and I missed the hook set. That was it. So I think I'll leave it run for a while. Maybe it'll change our luck. We'll catch something.
I said, oh, that's awesome. I forgot it was month end. There's no time or date on vacation. That will end soon.
getting bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't see it down.
It's not down. It bobs.
Oh,
It's a
gotcha.
real finicky bite. You gotta watch the bobber.
Okay, I didn't know that. I was waiting for it to go under.
Got your one,
It's
but
very
it was bouncing. They're checking it. Getting interested. Yep. They picked me. Another worm. I got picked. Oh, we had worms on there and we weren't catching anything. Let's redo this. We had worms on there and I wasn't catching anything, so I'm going to try an emerald shiner. Let's see what happens with this. You got a worm and I got an emerald shiner. Mine's down already. Fish on.
Awesome.
Fish on. Oh, fish on. And I think I lost them. I lost them. He bit that
No,
thing.
you got something on there.
No, that's the bait.
Oh,
I mean, it was down right away with
Okay.
the shiner.
is there teeth bites is what I'm trying to spit out.
Yeah.
Teeth marks.
Nope. But they nailed that thing right away. All right, we may be switching from worms to emerald shiners. And that was right away. Now it ain't taking it.
He's telling everybody else about it though. Ooh. Wednesday, Thursday, that's right. Every other day.
The camera was good luck, and I missed it. I had it on for a while. Dang, it was a nice feeling fish, a heavier fish, not a small one. Don't know if it was a walleye, smallmouth, or a largemouth though.
I love you.
All right, we're going to shut off the camera because I'm down to a quarter battery only. So if we do catch fish, we want to be able to put it on. So we're going to shut this thing off. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to charge the battery because of musky fishing. So Sandy got a little bluegill. There. Sandy got a nice little fat bluegill. So let's see if we can get him out of there.
Wow, there's a lot of action tonight out there. The loons and the geese.
And that's not 9.
Probably about 7.5.
Can you put the light on this fish, please? Pick
This
up this light and just shine it on the fish so it picks up on the camera.
There.
Right there, yeah. So
Very pretty.
Sandy got that little bluegill, but it's not quite big enough. We're looking at 9 inches, and we're looking for walleye. But she got a bluegill. Let's get him back in. Away he goes. There we go. Nice bluegill. I don't know if you're going to see it that well, though. You got to shine the light from that side.
I'm coming. Boy, I was just getting up there.
Nice bluegill. Is that a keeper?
Ooh.
It's close. Close to being a keeper.
Okay, settle down.
Got my worm back.
You should at least give him the worm.
All right, so not quite 9. We got a couple of bluegills and that smallmouth, and that's been it. No walleye.
He's a little too small to be a keeper, so I'm going to throw him back in. So he splashed me in the face. Ah.
Okay, all done.
There's her lighted bobber. She just missed the fish. I thought maybe it'd come back and it would go down right away, but it's not, of course, because I'm videotaping it. So we've had 2 strikes and we missed 2 fish. All right. So, last fish of the evening, little rock bass. That's it. 9:30. We had 1 smallie. We had 2 gills, or 3. 2 bluegills, a smallmouth, and now a rock bass. And then we missed a couple of fish. I had something big on. I could feel it. But this guy is really tiny. And somebody's going to get the rest of the worm because we're heading back. We just didn't get the action here. We just didn't get the action I thought we'd get off this bar. I was graphing a lot of fish today while I was trolling, and I figured bigger fish. I was hoping walleye, but other than that one fish I had on that minnow, we had a shiner. The minute I threw that thing in, it went down. I felt the weight of the fish and then lost it. And then I missed one other one. And then Sandy missed one. Then Sandy you had the first fish, right? A bluegill?
Yeah.
Sandy had the first bluegill. Well, thanks for joining us on Rapid Outdoors 360, where we try to keep it interesting and real. We try to show it all and tell a story. Sometimes we can only manage a few fish. We don't always catch 50 fish an outing like we showed you a couple episodes back. But sometimes just being in the great outdoors, observing God's creations, is our best catch of the outing. Hey, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos and my channel. A big thank you for that. Now feel free to comment below, or if you don't want your comments available in the public eye, we can also be reached at rapidoutdoors360@gmail.com. And if you know a friend you think may enjoy this video series, please feel free to share this with him or share our link. And always, whether you fish or hunt, make sure you practice CCR. Catch, conserve, replenish. Make sure that that resource is available for future generations. We'll see you all next time.